Hey, what's up, everyone? I like monkeys back here again with Killzone Terminal. We, what can I say? Been really busy with school, so I haven't really been able to do a whole lot of uploading and stuff. So, anyways, here's a clan match that I did with some new clan mates that I've been playing with. This is against PKY. I guess I hear they're a good clan. I know it's another snow map. Last video I did was on Akmer Snowdrift, so I know it's kind of annoying. But this is actually a pretty good match. The other matches I have are kind of more 6-0, 7-0, so that's kind of boring. But this was a pretty good match. I guess people are saying I should talk about strategy a bit more. First off, don't suck at aiming like I do right here. That generally doesn't help. Pretty good clans I've noticed tend to head up on that right side there almost right away instead of they only really need one person to go for the middle spawn. We got the middle spawn, but that doesn't really help us right now because we're doing assassination. So good spot to hide on this map. B, there's like a kind of a bathroom area. You can hide in there. Only real way if you just C4 all the doors. Pretty much good to go. Unfortunately, these guys were pretty good, so I think they actually ended up taking this one. Meanwhile, we're just a few of us are trying to focus on keeping that middle spawn. They had me playing defensively. I'm not a very defensive player. I can't sit still for that long. I don't like it. It's no fun. Yeah, what can I say right now? You're also, I guess, defensively on this map. Since I'm trying to focus on the Angus, trying to protect Angus here, I'm mainly trying to keep an eye out on the left here for people that are coming up, while also trying to keep an idea on... Oh, I was wrong. Sorry. We won. Anyways, trying to keep an eye on people are kind of making their way up. Also keeping in mind the next objective. Kind of the idea with Warzone, you'll find yourself doing a lot better if you can kind of set your team up to do better. I always find myself in situations where I toss out something at the wrong time. We gotta work on that. Another thing I need to work on is tossing mortars. I almost throw them right away. Need to play a bit smarter with that. But anyways, so search and destroy. We're pretty decently set up. They like to come on the right. Most of the time you'll find that either you're playing a clan or a team that's either got really good players who are super accurate, and generally they aren't quite as good as, at least what I found with the guys that I play with. They aren't quite as good at setting up, I think. So it kind of just really depends on your team's playstyle. Here I'm kind of just baiting someone, I guess. Didn't even know I was there. The beauty of spot and mark. Spot and mark, another thing to talk about. While I absolutely detest marksmen, they are great assets to your team where they prevent you from pretty much being spot just anywhere on the radar. Of course, watch it. Oh, pass right there. They're really great, especially for capturing spawns. There's like one map, I think it's the Purest Crater. Basically, you want to keep a Tactician and marksman go really well together when they're traveling in groups, just so you can have they don't know where you're coming from to capture the spawn. So it's generally a good idea to have a marksman come with you, kind of hide somewhere, try and protect himself, but also block the enemy's radar so they don't know where you're coming from. And then you just gotta be careful about the C4 that's laying around usually. Anyways, right now we're playing... Oh, owned. Yeah, that's a cool spot there too. You can kind of get up there without taking the other side just because you can jump. Look, terrible aim, terrible aim, terrible aim. Anyways, so right now we're doing search and destroy. C4 not generally on the actual capture point, just because better players will know that there's a C4 on there, so you'll want to kind of get it before they anticipate it. I usually like going at the top of stairs. Oh, sorry. Top of stairs are a good spot, but C4. Generally on this map for Search and Destroy, they usually can come from either the side that was on the right I was hanging around a lot, or up on the left. Right now I'm kind of derping. I'm wasting too much time on this guy that's waiting in our spawn. That was really poor decision on my part. He wasn't really doing anything up there, really. But anyways, so yeah, I could have been pushing forward to grab that middle spawn, but just needed that kill apparently. So I know he's still hiding out there. Instead of chasing after him there, I waited for him to come down. Knowing the maps is gonna help you a ton. Terrible aim, of course. I'm not very good at burst firing, I keep forgetting that. I know in like Killzone 2 I was really good at the M82 with burst fire just because it's such a necessity. And I don't know why I didn't get a headshot there, but I did, eventually. This is a good spot to kind of keep an eye out on the right side as well as down the middle and on your left. It's going to be pretty hard to hit you. Also, I've noticed clans like to use rockets a lot more, so I've been using them. I hate rockets. I think they're terrible. If you play Killzone 2, you know they're not the fairest weapon ever. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to win. So we're getting pretty close here to finishing up the search and destroy, so I'm pushing forward, trying to grab that spawn. I thought that was a C4. Apparently it wasn't. So luckily one of my clanmates picked up the back spawn, so my job here is going to be to defend it. Unfortunately I don't do too good of a job right away. You'll want to watch for bad spawners. I think no, I don't try and... Good thing to try and grab would be the don't get greedy like this. Good thing to grab would be the mortar. I can probably toss it over there, keep him away. Unfortunately I didn't. And so terrible aim again. I think I just adjusted my difficult or sensitivity, I'm not sure. I guess I should probably talk about the game mode as well. This is capture and hold right now. Once you have the back spawn, you can kind of... Right now we're just being a pain. They aren't really concentrating too much on the other ones. But from the middle, even from this back one, you can kind of get up to the top middle capture and hold point pretty easy. And then from there, you can kind of C4 that up and then kind of watch the other spawn because they'll usually have their backs facing towards that top middle. Here I'm pushing forward to grab that middle spawn. A good thing to keep in mind with middle spawn, with capturing any spawn, is when you kill an enemy who's in spawn, don't go for the capture right away. Usually, I like to keep them mortally wounded, so I know how much time they have left before they respawn. But if you kill them right away inside their spawn, back out of the spawn, C4 up any way that they can follow you, because they'll know that you're going to be there to capture it. So the best thing to do would be, here, I don't know how to see, this is an infiltrator. But the best thing to do is kind of just bait them. So once you kill them, back out of the spawn, C4 up away out of the spawn so that you kill them as soon as they spawn when they follow you, and then just rush in to capture that spawn point. Keep an eye out on their death thing. If you don't have it neutralized by the time they've by the time he's died, you're probably not going to capture it. He'll probably spawn and then own you with his spawn shield. So it's really about timing and baiting, being more intelligent with how you play. This would be a good point to start using rockets just to fire in. Sees one guy in the back there is trying to capture a spawn, so I'm going to try and head back there. I don't think I really... Oh, no, I do pick it up. So again, playing defensively. Right now, communicating with your team about where the enemies are. I know right now there's some guys going up top. Or not even up top. There's one guy here. Terrible aim. Probably should have baited them. Because I knew there were two guys coming. Terrible aim. Watch that spray. Also, good spot to be putting C4 would be on that where I was hiding, just so that they don't come down. This next objective, now we're on search and retrieve on Frozen Dam. One thing you'll find, right now they're taking the middle spawn, so I'm probably going to try to head back there. I don't know how I didn't hit him. But one thing you should focus on is also defending your capture and hold area. Right now we have our capture point pretty locked down. Terrible aim. Luckily James was there to finish up for my scrubbiness. I was just waiting for a spawn to come up right now. Best route for this map, I think, would probably be just get as close to your home spawns as possible. The way my teammate took might not have been the best. He might have had no option. Right now I see another guy going for the capture. Of course I've got terrible aim this match. He's already capturing it. Luckily, I think a teammate was there. I know right now there's a guy capturing. I don't know where he is. Also, right now I don't have any C4, so I can't really protect the spawn. There's a good spot to hide under those stairs there, is to just stay there so you can protect the spawn. That's usually where I like to stay. See, right now we're losing pretty bad. See some guys capturing. Faster reload's a nice ribbon to have as well. You can get it pretty fast with a shotgun. Anyways, they pretty much got this objective locked down. Just getting my sentries out. I think at this point we're pretty much just setting up for the next objective, which is probably going to be search and destroy. So that's going to be hanging around in this room a bit. Not sure why they haven't captured it yet. Well, they've got the back spawn, which we shouldn't have to worry too much about. We've already finished our the assassination and search and destroy, so there's really no danger of anything going on back there. Also, capture and hold was finished, so that spawn doesn't really benefit them a whole lot. Even the capture and hold site isn't even really all that close. It's closer to our home spawn, so I still have no idea why they haven't captured it. But I actually think the next mode was body count. And now they're just drawing it out. I have no idea why. I think they're trying to focus on getting our capture points. Who's this scissor guy? I don't know why they've made so many clans, I think. Yeah, I'm locking down. They aren't really kind of getting into my groove. If you ever see an enemy, if you ever see a teammate up there, it's probably the infiltrator. It's kind of obvious. Never with an infiltrator. I never hit my disguise button until I'm well out of my spawn, just because I'm gonna be a dead giveaway. Not like it's any problem or anything, but just not that great of an idea. Better to save it. I think we got our first capture. Yep. Who knows? We might pull this out of the bag, but I don't think we did. Probably shouldn't spoil it. I think there's some guy hitting underneath. Not anymore. Guy up top. They kept liking going up to the top part there, so it might have been a better idea to head up top, kind of get them as they come out of their spawn area. But I already knew he was coming to head towards the capture point. Yeah, it was a stalemate, so we actually pulled this out of the bag. A lot of this game was a stalemate. I don't know why I melee. Yeah, so Surge and Destroy. We were already fairly well set up. Just got to make sure we cover those stairs. I don't know how he got us both. Kind of ridiculous. I don't think... I'm not sure how quick this one was ending. So I'm gonna head upstairs, trying to cover that side. Guy kind of hiding in the corner here, so I got him. Right now they're probably panicking a bit. We've already kind of just won the match. So right now we're just gonna go for... Right now we can only get a 6-0, so we're just gonna keep going for the best possible score to get our tournament win-loss ratio up. Probably beat me because he was crouching, so that was a good idea on his part. So assassination. Best thing to do on this map is grab. Since they have ISA spawn, they can't get into the bathroom. So the best thing to do is grab all the mortar beacons and just wait for the enemy to chosen. They usually hide out in the crates back there. So you'll just want to hold on to your mortars as long as you possibly can, while also just grabbing the spawns. So here I got a pretty lucky headshot. But normally they'll go over and hide by the what do you call them? Storage crates in the back there, and then you just throw all your two of your guys, I guess you could say, throw the mortars. That way they can kind of hang back, kill off any stragglers while your teammates can rush in since they don't get damaged. So we just got one more. It's body count. One thing I don't like about clan matches is tends to be pretty much a camp fest. Not much you can do about it. It's about who can get ahead in kills and then keep that lead, and that tends to usually lead to sitting in your spawn and waiting. This one we were a bit more reckless in just because we already won the game. No biggie. These guys were... I think their clan was number 1 or 2 on the skirmish leaderboards, so they're pretty good at this particular one. As you can see, their kill feed is kind of all us. Playing smart. Don't get yourself into situations you can't get out of. Getting good angles will help as well. Should have been using my rockets a bit more. And he saw me before I saw him. Again, a smart idea would have been me to go up top. I could have done a lot better. I thought I had a grenade there, so that's why the fail throw. Also, good spots to put C4s up on the top of the doorways. Usually people don't kind of look above that, and if they throw a grenade or something through to get rid of any C4, they have a better chance of surviving. The C4 has a better chance of surviving. Right now you can see they've got a huge lead. It's about 8 kills maybe? 8 or 9 kills. So that's not good on our part. And that was derping. He let me reload. I think that was just one of those inconsistencies. I think he was moving around a lot more than I was, so I was able to get a bit more accurate shots on him. Also, if you are making use of that way up to the top, I don't know why he's camping. If you are making use of that way to get to the top, you're not doing it right. Because that's a really good way to get up to the top area. Here I'm kind of just waiting for them to come out of their spawn. We're catching up pretty fast now. Now it kind of gets a bit boring. We're playing it a lot smarter, so that means a lot less reckless deaths. And my dogs are rolling around on the carpet. We've got about a 3 or looks like 3 kill. They've got a 3 kill lead on us maybe. This is a good spot to kind of camp. I hate camping, it's boring. One idea I had for just to prevent that from happening maybe in clan matches is those bars at the top only go up 1 notch whenever you get a kill. My idea was my idea was to have the bars continually lowering slowly. So if you aren't getting kills, you're just sitting in one spot. Your score is actually lowering and you can't keep it up. So it's kind of like a score chain, I guess you could say. You've got to keep that going. But the only problem with that is just what happens if your teams are outbalanced, that sort of stuff. Stop fighting. Right now we're almost neck and neck. We're about 1 kill behind. Now we're playing extra cautious. Not too worried about the spawns. Last round of the game. I think we've got it. We're tied up, so we're just gonna hide right now, or we might even have a 1 kill lead. Hold on, my dogs. Go! No, I'm not editing that out. So it was a draw. What can you do? But hey, we were pretty happy. 5-0 on one of the better clans. That's a pretty good one. Score. So anyways, we'll catch you guys later. Hopefully you'll do more elite commentaries.